Hello YouTube, this is Aman, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to install NextCloud Hub Server Office only. So you guys already know what is NextCloud, so it's no need to mention that how these things works. So the particular thing I'm actually installing in here, so far today in 2020 we have latest NextCloud server, which is 18 version. So this version got mail service and other things, and lots of things are modified and new, also some new upgrades. So let's get installed. So in for installation I chose DigitalOcean, and it's just a basic server. So I'm gonna install NextCloud 18 on Ubuntu 18.04 x64 bit, and I already pointed my domain in I already pointed the IP address to my domain, and make sure you already have pointed the IP address to a domain. So the domain should be pointed on IP address. So let's get started. So I have created a script in here, all script that I need, so that for the rest of the tutorial it would be easy to install or easy to put all the script instead of typing. So first of all we're gonna let's update and upgrade, update and then upgrade y. So then we'll need to install Nginx, because we're gonna use LEMP for NextCloud web access, and we're gonna use MySQL and Let's Encrypt. So I already installed all these things, already created all these things in this text file. I'll upload this text file in GitHub, so I'll put the link in description so you guys can use this document to you can create. So here in Nginx, MySQL server, zip, unzip, and other PHP extension is written. Then I'm gonna copy. So it's gonna take 30 seconds, I guess. So let's install. Yes, so it's gonna take a couple of minutes. Then we will install Let's Encrypt. So because I already pointed, as I said earlier, I already pointed my domain to an IP address of the droplet. So make sure you pointed your IP address, otherwise Let's Encrypt will not work and you'll see the error message. So Let's Encrypt, here you go. So Let's Encrypt installation is almost halfway, so it's done. Now as you can see, here is example domain, so I'm gonna replace this text with my domain name, and now I'm gonna issue an SSL. So in my case there is no other subdomain or domain installed in here, so I can utilize a default config of Nginx, so that I will issue an SSL without creating a subdomain. Then the next time I'll install, I will configure the NextCloud configuration for Nginx. So as you guys can see, is using default virtual host. So let's remove the default virtual host, because you can see the path is installed here. So I'm gonna replace this path with my domain name, and now we're gonna remove default Nginx virtual host. And now okay, it's time to download NextCloud. So this is the version 18.0.3. so I'm going to download it, then unzip. This is going to unzip. Then I will assign www permission, so that Nginx can access it. And now I'm gonna create a directory so that NextCloud can access this folder. So it's recommended to use the directory of Nginx. And then I'm gonna assign the same Nginx web access permission to the directory. And now I'm gonna configure the PHP values. So this is my recommended PHP values. You can change your values based on your needs. So I'm gonna just copy paste everything. It's gonna do its job without opening PHP ini file. So let's restart our PHP. And now it's time to create our MySQL database. So MySQL u root -p. So I haven't set up any default password, so I just press enter. So now let's change. Okay, let's give its name and password. You have to change your password, database name, and database username. So I let it be what it is. Okay. And now let's create a configuration file for Nginx. As you can see, I already replaced the values. So I already have SSL, so I'm gonna just uncomment this HTTP2 and SSL. So this one should be unchecked, and I have set up HTTP to HTTPS. Anything else needed? No, that's it. So I'm gonna copy all this content. Now restart Nginx service. Nginx restart. Okay, something is wrong. Nginx -t. So default file is missing. That's why it's problem. So let's remove the default file from etc Nginx size enable default. So let's check. Now Nginx is fine. Nginx restart. So now it's time to check our NextCloud. So nextcloud.lexcorp.me, enter. You should see username and password. So let's give a name, service lexcorp.me. Give it a password. So the directory, so make sure that the directory is already there, or later earlier we created this directory, so we can just use this directory in here. So configure database username. So we're gonna copy the username. Database password is password. Database name, I recommend you to change the database name and password, so it's localhost. If you use remote database, you should just put your host name in here. So recommended app, that's it, finish. So if everything is okay, it should let you through. So it's done. So it's installing the app. So as you can see, calendar, contract, mail, only office, this will be installed by next couple of minutes. So I'm gonna give a pause. So once it is done, you'll see the wizard. So press next, start using NextCloud. So there you go, here is my NextCloud server. So you can configure your email or everything from here, and you can check your email using the configuration, or if you have a hosted email from outside, you can access it from here. So it's the NextCloud got everything, as you can see, security. So here you can see my mail. If I like to set up, I can set up in here, and in setting you can see the version from here, 18.03. So that's it. If you guys have any question about NextCloud, please let me know in your in comment section. I will try to answer. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel.